Today is August the 5th, 2013. My name is Tanya Finchum, along with Alex Bishop, and we're with Oklahoma State University. Today we're in Norman, Oklahoma, to speak with Delmar Hopkins, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his 100-plus years of life.
Okay.
Let's start with having you tell us when and where you were born.
I was born in Hunter Grove, Texas, back in 1908, May the 13th.
Born at home?
Yeah. Remember at you call my mother, family come in, women come in, take care of having babies, didn't have no doctors back in.
Kind of like a midwife?
Midwife, yeah.
And how many brothers and sisters?
I'm the ninth one. So it was 9 of us in all.
So you're the baby, close to the baby.
Yeah.
Did your parents farm?
Yeah.
Did they?
And most of the time they had their own farm till they got tough, and then they ended up, helping out, helping the other farmers. They had to give up their farm because just too many droughts and too many things happening. They couldn't make it. Yeah.
And where did you go to school?
I went to school in Denison.
Denison?
Denison, Texas, yeah.
Would you have to walk?
Mm-hmm. No bus.
No bus.
We're lucky we moved out of East Denton over in West Denison, and we moved right across the street from Allison School. So the school was right across the street. Yeah.
So did you get to go home for lunch then? Mm-hmm.
What lunch it was. Back then, well, we didn't know what lunch was.
Well, if it was, what would it be?
Well, most of the time it'd be cornbread, beans, and potatoes, cabbage, stuff like that. Yeah. I ate a lot of oatmeal when I was a kid coming up. I had oatmeal every day. I loved oatmeal.
That's why he's hungry.
Yeah. And I rode a bike after I got up in age. I rode a bike after I moved to Chickasha. I rode a bike back and forth to the WWII. Yeah, about 13, 14 miles out of town. And I rode a bike. And I rode the bike back and forth to the compress until finally I went out, checked. We were riding around, we stopped at the used car lot. And we went in to get us a drink, the water. And the guy's son seen my bike and he wanted it. He said, we pick any car out there on that line. Yeah, and the front line you can have trade even for your bike. And I picked out a 29 Chevrolet.
What did you do for the WPA?
We went out and we built bridges and went from that into building playgrounds for the kids, and we put a brick wall around the playground, up so high, about this high, out of bricks. Mm-hmm. We laid bricks, we call it, concrete, and put bricks there.
And about how old were you when you were doing that?
Oh, I was about 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how far did you get in school?
5th grade.
5th grade.
Yeah.
And then what did you do?
Went to work. We moved to Chickasha and went to work compress. And from compress, all that's on that board there. And we went to work in the compress, and then the war broke out. And we went to California and worked in a shipyard. And before then, I was working here in Norman, building the base for the soldiers. And then I decided I wanted to go to California. And I sold my watch to get my fare to go to California. And that was back in 40. And I left my wife behind, and she stayed behind for 2 months before I could send for her. So after we left the shipyard, after the war was over, I ended up in Roswell, New Mexico, working compress there. And I worked Roswell, New compress for 1 season. Then we went to Arizona and worked a while in compress in Arizona. Then from there, back to Roseville, then to Chickasha. Then we left. I went Tinkerfield, got a job welding in Tinkerfield, and 49. And I welded from 49 up to 52 in Tinkerfield, and I decided the pay wasn't enough. And I moved to Denver and went to Denver in 52 and started work painting cars. And that way we painted so many cars for the boss. Then anything over that, we get a bonus. And my bonus ended up being $1,300. And that's what I bought my home. I started buying a home with that. And I worked for the man for 27 years. Then my wife, she took sick and had breast cancer. And she wanted to come back to Oklahoma. So we moved back to Oklahoma over on 1227 Glenwood here in Norman. And that's where she passed away back in 85. She was 80-some years old. Yeah. We was together 47 years we were together. Yeah.
And what was the secret to keeping it that long?
Just being busy, staying busy. We had a lot of fun.
Did you?
Yeah, we danced and went to parties, went to big balls, when the big guys come in and play for the dances. We go to Oklahoma City, different places, El Reno. We were just busy. They said we stayed on the road so much we didn't have no home. Highway was our home.
Well, all the traveling from here to California, was it in your 28 car?
Yeah, I had the first time I drove out, I was there. I went out on a bus and I bought a 38 Chevrolet out there. And then when I came home on visit, I drove the 38 Chevrolet back home. Yeah. And the funny thing about it, they told me you can't drive it to the mountain without having extra gas. So I bought a big old 5-gallon can. You filled it full of gas, set it on the front bumper, watered on that. And I got out in the middle of the desert and we seen this filling station open. And we stopped in there and he said, "What's the can for?" I said, "I want to fill it up with gas." He said, "For what?" I said, "I'm trying to get across the desert." He said, "Oh, you don't need that." And so I just had a can for didn't really need it. So I don't know why they got the idea you couldn't cross. Well, a lot of the cars run hot. And you'd see them when you got to that mountain, they're going up that mountain. By the time they got to the top, they're boiling. And a lot of them, before they got to the mountain, they take the radiator hood and raise it up and prop it up so high. And then they let it cool off that way. But I didn't have no problem. I had my cooling system worked on before I left. So I didn't have a problem like that. That was back on Route 66. One going, one coming. And they were so close together that you reach out and touch the truck or the car almost when they come by. The truck you could, yeah. And going up the mountain, they got up there, the tabletop they called it. And everybody would rest up there, get to the top of the mountain. And one guy was coming through the mountain and people was blowing at him, he's saying and honking at him. And he was sort of talking about how friendly he was. Come and find out he was smoking. And had all the windows rolled down, he thumping ashes off and flew back in the back. Thumped his cigarette out and he went back and set the car on fire and he didn't know it. And smoke was coming out and that's when the people started honking at him. Oh, we had a lot of fun, I tell you. We traveled around.
Well, when you say you worked at the compress, what would you do?
Oh, we were baling cotton over Chickasha there. They're taking the cotton bales, come from the gin, they're big, flat, and we'd bale them, press them, make them about this small, same length, but smaller, same weight. Then they had a high D, they call it, and then they had one that oblong, it was standard, but high D was square, It was this square, like a box, you know. Yeah, but it was smaller. And we did that. And then we load cotton, send out town, load trucks. And we had fun doing that. 10 cents an hour.
Oh.
Sun to sun, 50 cents a day. Yeah.
Kept in shape that way, huh?
Yes. Same way when we was chopping cotton, we chopped cotton sun to sun, 50 cents a day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a tough time, but we thought it was a good time. We enjoyed it. Everything was cheap. You get a pile of butter, 15 cents. A dozen eggs, 6, 7 cents. And they salt pork, 4 or 5 cents a pound. Yeah. Kerosene, you get kerosene, 6, 7 cents a gallon. And white gas was 7 cents a gallon. Yeah. Look at the gas now. I can't believe it. I would never, ever thought the gas would be this high. Matter of fact, I never thought the world would be like this. There's all the tall building, and you go to California, it's a concrete wall. All the viaduct and overpasses, things. So crooked going on, you don't know where you at one half of the time. Yeah.
What would you do in the shipyard?
Oh, well in the shipyard. Went to school and learned how to weld. And you pass 3 plates, horizontal and flat, and then one they call up. And I learned how to pass them. And I hope out in school I learned very easy. And I hope out in school. And then they move you out in the yard. And then they, from the yard, they'll put you up on the ship. And I was welding the nose part of the ship that goes in the water. And you go up all the way over, back behind you like that. And you work there all night. And by the time you get through, you have to put a cover pass, they call it. If you put it on right like here, then you have to put a cover pass to make it about that wide. To keep it from leaking, they call it. Yeah. So it was very interesting. We enjoyed doing that. And if you wasn't careful and didn't use your goggles and your hood, you get a flash. You get a flash, your eye would burn and turn red. Never caught one. The whole time I worked, I never got a flash. Yeah, I was lucky. It's like working in painting cars. The guys end up with cancer painting cars, and I never had no problem. Yeah, painting cars 27 years. Because I was drinking a lot of vodka back then. My boss and I, we drinking vodka.
Are you serious?
Huh?
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was drinking vodka every day. You go out with your friends, they ask you to drink you before they ask you to eat.
Cut that out.
I never will forget it when I went to California. First thing they say, come on out with drink. I said, man, I'm hungry. I've been traveling all day. Yeah, I've been there on that bus and take the bus, but day and night to get there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, did your wife work when you were?
Yeah, she worked in the shipyard, and she learned how to weld, and she passed and moved up on the ship, and she was afraid up on the ship. She quit and went in the Douglas aircraft, building fuel tanks, but she was still working in the shipyard, but it was Douglas shipyard.
And she was a welder?
Yeah.
Were there very many women welders?
Oh, a lot of women welding, chipping, doing the same thing men was doing. Yeah. Had the welding gloves and things, had them big long gloves, hood and everything. We go in 3 o'clock in the evening, work 11 at night, come out. Mm-hmm.
How many children did the two of you have?
Me? This one son.
One.
No kid, no grandkid. He's married twice. His first wife had 2 kids. And she didn't want no more than the second wife. She didn't want any kids. Karen. She didn't want any. Nice lady, though. There was no grandkids for me. I miss that. I wonder how it feels. I see so many of them come out there on my job with the grandkids, and they seem so happy with them. And I just wonder, what did I miss in life that I didn't get any? And some say you're lucky because you didn't get them, but some of them was very lucky they got them. So I didn't worry about it. Yeah.
And you came back to Oklahoma for a little while and then went to Denver?
I moved back to Oklahoma in 1979. Yeah, she took sick and wouldn't come back, and that's when I moved over to 1227 Glenwood. Mm-hmm.
And what kind of work did you do for Tinker?
Welding.
Welding again.
Yeah. I worked at dealership, Honda dealership, and I was detailing cars, and finally took me off detailing cars and put me on the road picking up parts and picking up the mail and taking people parts and getting parts. I did that until he lost it. Then after he lost that, his wife bought a job over there on Flood, renting cars. And so his daughter said, Delmar, said, you need to go back. My dad needs you. I said, for what? He want to put you to work. I said, over there? A little small place like that. And I went over there and he did. He put me back to work, and I've been there ever since. He passed away about 3-4 years ago, and his wife passed away one day, and a week later he was gone. Yeah. He was in the hospital, and they was getting ready to take him out to take him to dinner, his daughter. And took a back seat. And the doctor said, you can't leave. You got to stay here now. You can't leave out of here now. And 3 days later, he was dead. And I went to her funeral, but they moved her body, buried in Mexico, where he was born. And so that's where his body's at. Yeah. Very good guy, man. I worked together. I worked with him about 16 years, 17, maybe longer. And then I've been with the company now about 30-some years. Yeah.
Has there ever been a time when you didn't work?
Not really, because I started picking cotton when I was just a youngster. And I used a tow site. And I filled it up and poured in the mama's site. And I'd go along with mama, pick cotton, help her out. And then after I got a big enough pick, I picked by myself. And then after married, I picked cotton, chop cotton. We go out every morning on the truck, chop and pick cotton. And then we go and cut broom corn. You ever know broom corn? They have a guy go along with a table. You got 2 rows you take. You go down, you break it over behind you and make it on the table like. Then we come along with a little old bowie knife like that. And you hold it like that and you cut the stalks out, they're about that long, and lay them up on that table. They call broom corn. They make brooms out of it. Yeah. And we do that every year just about until the cotton season over. So we just out there in the farmers, helping the farmers all the time. Till I went to work at the compress. Well, I wasn't working the compress, and when the Depression hit, that's when time got hard. And nobody couldn't find a job. Hoover was the president, and he didn't have no job. He didn't make no jobs. And everybody was worried and hungry. And finally, they opened a soup line. And everybody would go downtown to the soup line and carry buckets and pots and pans or whatever and get the soup. And boy, by the time you get home and eat it, it run right out of you, right through you, like water. Kill you. And we couldn't eat it. And so I said, I got to find me a job. So then that's when I went going out among the white folks, asked them about what in the yard, doing yard work, house cleaning, whatever. And that's where I made my living. And through the Depression. Yeah. Hoover didn't make no job. And then after Roosevelt got in there. That's when the WPA started. And when we started work, 11 days a month from the WPA, you get $26.40 a month. Yeah, that's what we made. And that was big money besides what we were making at compressors out in the field. Yeah. That's good times, though. We call that back to the good old days. Yeah.
Well, in those good old days, what did you do for fun?
Fun? Oh, we had the fun. A lot of times the farmer horse would get out. We go help get the horse up and get him back on his feet. They walk down the side of the fence. And they find a bush or two, and they pick up a half gallon of white lightning. You know what white lightning is?
Yeah.
Corn whiskey. And they bring it back, and where the horse be laid out, maggots be got all in it. They take and pour that corn whiskey on that soap spot. And we stand there looking, wondering, what are you going to do with all that corn whiskey? Pour it on. He said, well, don't worry, we got plenty of it. We have something to drink. And we drank white lightning. Yeah. And I drank that until they started with bourbon. And I tried bourbon, but I didn't like bourbon. I tried scotch, didn't like scotch. I tried White Horse scotch, I didn't like it. So they come out with vodka. And I started drinking vodka. I must have drank vodka for 60 years. Yeah. Finally, I just give up drinking. And once in a while when I go out, you have a party, I have a cocktail, something like that. But I never think of drinking or smoking anymore. I give smoking up first. I was just sitting there over there in 1227 Glenwood. My wife was still smoking. And I said, you know what? I'm quitting smoking. She said, oh, you can't quit that yet. I said, watch me. And I'd lay my cigarettes on the coffee table. And I'd get my drinks and sit there. And I'd get a cigarette, put it in my mouth, wouldn't light. Then I found out the cigarettes was causing me to have the bad hangover. Just drinking alone, I didn't have the hangover. And I quit the cigarettes. So I drank till I was with my third wife and I just finally give it up because every time she and I get drinking, she always said I did things that made her angry. I quit. I said, I'm going to stay sober and I know what I'll be doing. A lot of times she'd be fibbing on me and I didn't know it because I was drinking. So when I quit drinking, I said, you lying, I didn't do that. I know I was sober. Yeah. But she ended up with Alzheimer's. She passed away since I've been here. About 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago. She ended up with Alzheimer's and she ended up alcoholic. So I couldn't live with her. I had to move out. She called the law on me twice. I said, that's enough, I'm out of here. And I moved in here. And that's been here ever since. That's about this life I went. Yeah.
Well, if you smoked and drank, what do you attribute your long years to?
Well, I stayed busy working. And I didn't ever worry about nothing. And I always kept a good attitude about life. And people out there worried about things. I said, don't get you nothing. My wife used to worry about the bill. When she get behind, she took care of them. But she get behind, then she come to me and say, well, I can't catch the bills up. They're getting out of hand. And I go to my boss, man, Ron. I went to my boss out there in Denver. His name was Dave S. Day. And he said, well, I know what I'm going to have to do. Bring all your bills to me, and I'll take care of them. So I took all my bills, carried it to my boss, man. He combined them, house note, and all the bills are coming in, monthly bills, and he paid them for me. And he gave me $35 a week. That's what I made. And he paid all my bills. and we were getting paid once a month. And if we need some money, we'd always advance $40, $50. And he said, well, with me paying your bill, all I can give you is $35 a week. My wife, she ended up being a nurse, so she had 2 patients, and she was getting like $300 and some a week for those 2 papers, and she was bringing in the money. But my pay was taking care of the bills, so we lived good. Yeah, we lived good. Mm-hmm. And that's what we did until she passed away. I mean, got sick, and then we moved back to Oklahoma.
Have you ever tried retirement?
Retirement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried it when it first happened. She and I tried it. She was on disability. She could quit first because she was on disability. And she was a practical nurse. And she tried it. And she said, well, you might as well take it. I said, no, there ain't enough money coming in. So I went to the Social Security office. They said, well, you can sign up and get ready for it. And when you get ready for it, you can tell us and we start sending you check out. So finally they told me, they said, ain't you old enough to retire? I said, no, I really thought about it. And so one of the guys on the job kept pestering me about it, and I quit. On one Wednesday, 10 o'clock. I walked out and I said, I'm out of here. And I went home and told her, I said, well, we go to the Social Security office and start my money. And they started me out at $650 a month. And then they would give me all the back raises. And I started at 68. And I had gone over 3 years because it started at 65. And I was thinking I'd get 3 years back pay. So later working in the office, there was a friend of ours named Amanda, like my mother, and she took a liking to me. And we was all good friends. And she said, Delmar, I'll get you back pay. And she said, as far as I can get you is 2 years back. And that was $14,000. I said, it's good enough for me. I ain't got nothing to worry about. So she got me $14,000 plus my raises every year. And I came to Oklahoma, and that's when I bought that place over there. Yeah. Back in 79. And
you went back to work, though.
I went back to work. Before then, I went to work, and we would go in the senior citizen. We'd have food. We'd play dominoes, checkers, whiz, cards, and we'd go out sightseeing. And I got thinking, these people going to make me old for my time. I'm out of here. And I told my wife, I'm going back to work. And I called my boss. He said, well, I'll put you back to work when you get here. So I went back part-time with him. And finally I moved. And after I moved, he finally sold out to Mako. Yeah, Davis Day, he sold out. He bought a home and lived in the home for about 5 years. And he decided he wanted to move out in one of them places where the rich people move, you know, where you don't do nothing, but you got your own home. And then he moved in one of them. But we still work for him. And he said, well, when we make $1 million, we all going to party. And one day he come back and said, well, I hit the $1 million. Nobody work is doing with her. I'm setting up a party over there at the bar. Everybody can drink and eat all day. It's on him. And that's what we did, drank and eat. We quit working, drank and eat all day on here. Yeah. And finally, she took sick and we moved back to Oklahoma. And I got with Ron. And then that's when I stayed with him till he passed away. It looked like everybody I know is gone. Everybody, every woman I've known, every girl, and every friend I ever had. I done seen so many people go. I had friends. All the friends I had back in 40s, all the friends I had when I come back from the war, and all the friends I had gone. I ain't got none of them. All new friends are here. In fact, all new friends. Out there on my job at the racetrack. And nobody I know out there to come up with me. and everybody gone. It's kind of sad, but that's the way life is. You can't worry about it. You got to keep on with your life, and thank God for being here. Because boy, I know I've been a lucky man to keep on going, and all them people gone. My dad, my brother-in-law, he passed away. He was like 90 when he passed away. So I said, I'm a lucky man alive. Mm-hmm.
Well, how did you celebrate your 100th birthday?
How did I celebrate? Well, my boss, when I hit 80, he told me I could go around the world, wherever I wanted to go. And I choose to go to Las Vegas.
Around the world, but it goes to Las Vegas.
I had drove a truck from right here for sale to Las Vegas. And I had never been to Las Vegas, and I drove that truck out. And I enjoyed Las Vegas. The only thing about it, I couldn't get a hotel room. I had to go in Colored Town, they call it, to get a hotel room because white folk didn't allow black in their hotels and things. You could work for them, but you couldn't live there. And so we had, black people had their own things, gambling, and we had their own places and gamble out there. You could gamble on the sidewalk, but you couldn't go in. And then when I went out there with my boss and me, they were taking us in the hotel because the people sold out to foreigners. The foreigners said, your money's just as good as anybody else. You come on in. And we started going in the hotel and they started having family reunions and stuff like that. And so we've been going to the hotel ever since. Yeah.
Around the world, though, and picked to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You could have gone anywhere and picked to Vegas.
Yeah.
Did you go the long way around to get there?
Oh, yeah. 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 I drove first time. I drove a 38 Chevrolet. And then I drove, I had a little old Chrysler I drove. And then after I quit working, I drive a Cadillac. I drove a Cadillac. Then we started flying. We quit driving and started flying. Cheaper. You get there much quicker. And we go out and stay about 4 days. After that, you get bored. Then we come back home. Yeah. So things went pretty good for us.
During the Civil Rights Movement, did you participate in anything? During the Civil Rights Movement, did you participate in any?
No, most of the time I just use the machines. I didn't know how to play poker. I used to know, but I gave up poker and stuff like that. I just put a machine. Hit a couple of good ones every once in a while. Yeah. Most time on the way back home when I hit one, be at the airport. Yeah. It's a good place because you don't play it all back. You leave with it. So life been good to me.
Did religion play a role?
Religion?
Religion? Church?
No, I joined the church through Old Robertson. We had a semi-church there, and we all went up front. He prayed for us, and then you go back in the back, and he prayed for you, and then you come back out, and then he joined the church and signed you up. And that's why I joined the church. I'd go to church with my wife over there on 5th Street in Denver and Oklahoma City. And finally, I just give it up because I didn't like the way they done things. Nice preacher, but the people, around them talk. And I give it up. I haven't been to church now in years. But I still think of the man upstairs taking care of me. Yeah. Yeah. And I tell the people, I don't forget that. Mm-hmm.
Well, do you remember getting your first television?
Yeah. I got my first television in Denver. Yeah, back in 54. I think 54, 55. Yeah.
Some of the shows you watched?
Oh, let's see. We watched, can't think of most of them shows. I can't think of really think of the name. I remember them, but I can't think of the name
Have
of
the
them.
name?
Yeah.
Amos and Andy was one of the ones that had
and Stephen Fetcher and Baby Ruth and the guy that had the big mouth and put 4 or 5 balls in his mouth. I can't think of his name.
Do you know?
And different guys out there I know. I couldn't think of the name, but I remember. Yeah. And then we watched a lot of shows on there where they were playing music, black guys playing music.
Mm-hmm.
Count Basie, and Chuck Berry, Little Richard, people like that. Yeah. And then we go to the dances they be playing. We go, Chuck Berry. I remember him, I used to dance like he did. I'd get down on the floor and I'd jump and play the guitar like I was playing the guitar, and then I'd squat and walk up from that door. We go out to a bar. We get to the door and they walk in, the wife be upright and I squat down. Where did he go? Be jumping up looking way down there. I just standing up. How in the world do you do that? I couldn't do it now. Oh, we had a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of black artists, and Ray Charles. Yeah, we watch him. We never miss them. When they come to town, we always go see them. Yeah, I know them in person. I had a lot of them autographs, and one of them, Lil Fulton, he grew up with my wife in Bell, Oklahoma. They all went to school together down there. And they used to go out and he'd be sitting under the tree playing the guitar. Yeah. And he came to Denver and we were sitting down in the front and he saw, and he recognized, he came down and sit with us and drank with us in Michigan. He said, well, everybody had us come up on stage and he was a friend, growing up with us. Oh, them guys were nice. Yeah. They went really good. Yeah.
Tell us about what you do today, for work.
Day,
Yeah.
the day I went in I got there at 7:30, and went to work, and I started cleaning up, detailing trucks, because they were coming in there, they were waiting for us to open up, and they were waiting to get trucks to get out. And fast I get the one ready, they move it and bring up another one. And I detailed about 6 of them. And then they had a bunch of them heads that I had to fold up and stack up and get them ready to go out. And I was there from 7:30 to about 11:15. And finally he said, well, that's it for the day. And that's a hot part of the day too. It's just getting hot out there. And I come out and got in the car and came home.
And I know that you work at the racetrack, Remington Racetrack. What do you do out there during the season?
Racetrack, I use a little old broom and a dustpan. And you go around sweeping up trash, tickets, and trash and spills, whatever. And the guy followed me with TV every birthday. He followed me with, wherever I go, he has TV on me. And then they'd have me down to the racetrack where the horses come in and win. And I go down there to the winner's circle, and they'd have me down to meeting the jockeys. And that's where they announce my age and everything. He'd give me my present. My boss man give me a present and tell the people how old I was, how long I've been working. And he said one of the best hands he got, and the oldest. And so he's been with us now about 18 years or more.
And are you planning to work there again this season?
I already signed up for it. Yeah. All I have to do is get go out.
Back on the 16th of this month.
I already signed up. 1913. Yeah. And waiting, can't hardly wait.
So how many months or weeks do you work? I
We
should say?
work about 90 days.
90 days.
Yeah, something like that. 90 days. Thoroughbred. And I think it's 70, 80 days in quarter horse. Yeah. So quarter horse, they run a little short distance.
Mm-hmm.
Thoroughbred, they go all the way around the track. Yeah.
Do you do full days or half
4 days. Yeah.
full
I
days?
go in at 5:30 in the evening and work till quitting time. Quit the last race is around 10:30. And by the time I clean up and get everything up to par, it'd be around 11:30, maybe midnight. Then I come out, get in my PT cruiser, and cruise on into the Norman. I get in the Norman about 35 minutes after get off, more or less, yeah. I could drive it 35, 40 minutes.
And you,
Because there wouldn't be no traffic no out there. Just had to stay with the speed limit. Other than that, I could drive on quicker. I did try that. And the highway patrol stopped me. Police stopped me going out 12th Street here. I was cutting about 85, he said. And I was catching every light. And I see the light, I speed up. And it turned green, I go through it. And it turned red, I slow down. It turned green, I shoot through it. He settled over there. I said, oh my God. That's that police. I didn't see him. I just cruising on down. Look good, here he come. And I pulled over and stopped. He come up, you got license? Yeah. Can I see him? Yes, sir. So he said, Mr. Delmar, what's the speed limit here? Oh, 55. Oh, no. You talking about over there, 40, 50 here. You know what you was doing? No. You was just cruising along, paying no paddle, no attention, just cruising along, 85. Well, I driving that fast. Didn't seem like it. That's what you was doing. He said, you got insurance? I said, yeah. He said, well, why you getting insurance? I go back here. I'll be right back. He went back and opened the door. He stood there and he looked around. I said, oh my God. Here goes $300 out of my pocket. He shut the door and he come back. He didn't have no book or nothing. I said, wonder what are you going to do now? He said, you know what? I said, what? I said, I'm going to let you go. Are you kidding? No, we'll let you go. Where you going? I said, I'm going to the racetrack. I'm going to work. He looked at the lights again. This your age? I said, yeah. My age on that was 100 because I was born 1913 instead of AOE. And he said, what did you do at the racetrack? And I told him. And you was 100 years old and driving. I said, yeah, I have no problem with that. I said, he laughed when I go in to get my driving license. He said, yeah, well, will you do me a favor? I said, what's that? Try to stick with the speed limit. I said, I will. And I do. I respect that. When I go through there, every once in a while, I see him way better. And I'm done. Everybody passed me, but I ain't going to jump up there. He probably watching me on my tail, and he ain't going to let me go this time. So he liked me a lesson. And I stick with the speed limit, even when I'm out there by myself. And I know there ain't nobody around. Every once in a while, maybe I'll get above it. And then after you could get to more, you can drive up to 70. And so I hit the 70 mark. And sometimes I look down, I'll be up to 80, but I jump back on 70. Yeah.
That's when you set the cruise control.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I put it on cruise control most of the time. Yeah, it's just true. Do the 60. Yeah.
Do you have to wear glasses?
No.
No. That's That's amazing, and
Yeah, I will read just about anything on paper that I want. I got one bad year here. I don't hear too good out of this year, but it ain't all the way bad. But I went and had a check, and I was going to get a hearing aid, and she said it wouldn't do that much good. And said it wasn't that bad, but it's going to get worse. It ain't going to get no better as I get older. I said, well, I probably won't be around that long. But I'm still here. I thought I didn't need no dental work, but I've been at dental work now about 5 years. My son told me, you got to get your teeth fixed. You coming out here. So he can't do his dentist in Denver out in California. So I got to go back out there in September. Cause I've got one bad tooth here. Gonna have to come out and hold my plate. And they're gonna have to fix a platform for my roof of my mouth. So I got to go out and get that. But other than that, dental work, I've been doing it all out there in California. And I go out every year. My wife, my daughter-in-law, she wants me to go to get my toenails. And then I go to a place to get my fingernail. So she pays for all of that. About most of the time, she pays for my fare out there. She got a lot of money. She worked for Douglas Aircraft or something. And she did a lot of traveling back and forth over the country, Denver mostly. And she retired almost a millionaire. She liked about that much, she said, being a millionaire. Mm-hmm. And that Bush never hadn't messed up things when they was in there and all the people lost money. I lost $80,000 myself out of money market. And she lost a batch of money and went to cut her back. And she didn't quite make it, but with the money she had in the bank, in credit union, she had over $1 million. And so she's just free to, yeah. Every time I go out there, they buy me a bunch of clothes. I got clothes in there. She bought 7 shirts for me. 7. How am I gonna wear 7 shirts?
one a day.
One a day.
Yeah.
And I go right back here. I got 2 shirts in there now, cowboy shirts, ain't to unwrap. And she said, bring them out when you come out. We're going so and so. Carry them out, never even unwrap. I got clothes I ain't never touch. Because I ain't gonna be going no place that much. Bought these shoes. But Simon, he liked to buy antique stuff. He went out buying antique stuff, and he bought some stuff. And African made them. And you buy them, they get so much money when you buy them. And she come back, try them on. Can you wear them? I said, yeah. You like them? I said, okay. They're yours. And she bought me a pair about a year ago. I was out there. She bought me a pair of work shoes, dress shoes. I said, I don't need no shoes. I got shoes in there. I ain't gonna ever wear boots. I had about 15 pair of boots in there, cowboy boots, because I love boots. They just lined up by the window there. I don't wear them no more. But they're there in case I ever wanted to. Yeah, she's seen them.
Yeah.
Some folks your age tell us they have a motto or philosophy they live by in life. What's your motto or philosophy toward life?
Motto?
Your motto.
Motto, just to stay happy and be happy. Keep a smile on your face. Kiss the angel good morning. Let them know you think about it when you're gone. And love her like the devil when you get back home. I got that off of the tape on my eyes. Yeah. But it's true. Old man told me how to stay happy. I think I mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
He told me I've been walking down the street, going over my. He's sitting on the church step. He called me over. Hey, boy. He always called you a boy back then. Come over here. I went over. Are you happy? I think so. He said, why do you think so? I said, well, he said, you want to be happy? I said, yeah, I'd like to be happy. He said, I tell you what you do. He said, you whistle or sing every day before 10 o'clock. I guarantee you have a good day. And I tried it. And right now I do that. I still think about that fella. It made my day. And that it was the best thing ever happened in my life. And it is so true. You can be happy if you want to. It's up to you. It's almost up to you to live a long time, whether you know it or not. My doctor told me, said, you know the way to live life, and you know how to live. And you spend your life where you are. Said, it hadn't been that, you've been there. Said, you know when to quit smoking, you know when to quit drinking, you know when to stop running around, you know what to eat, you know how to make your life and live a happy life. And said, as long as you do that, then you might live another 10 years, who knows? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when I go to him, get the examination, he said, can't find nothing wrong. He said, he's in perfect health. So I've got a little problem with your ear. I have arthritis in my shoulders and hands, but I don't let that stop me. I keep on moving. Yeah. I do my thing.
And when history is written, what do you want it to say about you?
Well, I was just tell them I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. Mm-hmm. And I've been that way all my life. I growing up that way. My brother had a problem, but I didn't. He was next to me, and every time I look up, he was crying. Wasn't nothing right. I said, you got to make things right. And if it ain't right, don't worry about it. Get good, always outweigh the bad. So hang on, get it pass through. It's catch on and keep on living. And that's what I do. I don't worry about it. I just hang on until it changes. And I know change is coming. And so enough, you wake up the next morning with bright sunshine that day. It made my day. Yeah. So I just said, be happy, go lucky. Take it day by day.
No, this fellow told it was you were a child when this man told you? You were a child when this man told you to be happy?
Yeah.
So you wake up and do you have a song that you hum or
yeah, I always sang some of the songs I heard the people sing in church back then. Either I sing some of the songs I hear the artists I go to, like Chuck Berry, Ray Charles. I sang some of the songs. Conway Twitty always sang his song like, hello, darling, how you doing? Nice to see you. It's been a long time. Yeah. It's just as lovely as you used to be. And I'd always sing it. And then I'd sing one very prized. I'd kiss an angel good morning and let them know you're thinking about it when you're gone. And that's to get that.
Sing one for us.
Huh?
Sing one for us.
You keep that good.
He can sing.
Sing something for us, yeah.
All the time with his record player and everything.
I used to sing real good, but I'll give it up.
Oh, just a little something.
Okay. Kiss an angel good morning, and let's see how they go. I was singing that. Can't stop loving you. I can't stop loving you. It's useless to say. So I just live my life in dreams of yesterday. Those happy hours that we once knew so long ago still make me blue. So there you go.
That's very good.
That's good.
Thank you.
I sing like sometimes I be here by myself. I can't stop singing. I just get to singing. I sing all Ray Charles, and Chuck Berry, and I love Conway Twitty. I think he was one of the best. Him and Clint Black. I love Clint Black. Yeah. So them guys, they kept me going. They made my day like I make other people's day. A young man out there on the job told me, he said, Delmar, you know why you're living so long? I said, no, I had an idea. He said, the Lord has got you here for a purpose. I said, what you mean? He said, you inspired me. He said, when I heard about you, I had to see you. And he came down and saw me. And he told me, he said, the reason you living the longest you are because look at you. You what you did to me. I said, what? You made me see the light. He said, I want to be like you. He said, I want to keep on living. He said, and that's what you're doing around you. Everybody around you wants to be like you, wants to touch you, wants to see you, because you make them feel good about life. And I guess you have a point there. Yeah. And that's what the people tell me. This lady come from way out of town and said, I saw you on TV, because they had me on all the TVs. And they said, well, I told my husband, I got to see that man. He's still working at 103. I got to see him. He said, I would have bought you something, said, but I didn't know what to get you. He said, I got a card, and I put a little something in it. I think she put $40 in it. He said, I just want to give you something. And I saw her coming looking at me, and I said, what you want? And she kept coming at me, and I moved over, and she moved over. And she walked up, you Delmar? I said, yeah. She said, can I hug you? I said, help yourself. And she hugged me, and we stood there and talked about her. She said, I want another hug. We hugged again. And she said, I thought to leave the card over there with the gentleman. She said, but he told me I'd find you around here. And so she did. And that's the way they do. They come in, I'd be walking along with me, think about it. Somebody touch me, and I look around, they'd be handing me money. They go out there in California, and like y'all want me to sing, and they asked me what was my lifestyle, what made me live so long, what was my secret. And they had me up on stage, and I told them I really didn't have a secret. I just lived day by day and be happy. And they said, well, we want to give you something. I think he gave me $300 that time. Yeah, but he had $300 in a little envelope. And when we walked out, he handed it to me. He said, don't open it until you get home. Open it, $300 and some dollars in it. So they always give me money out there too. Then I go out. The guy, a friend of mine, he's 80, no, he's 70, 78. And he owned the barber shop where I go and get my hair cut. And he wanted me to walk with him because I was 100 years old. And he walked from his house across the bay to his barber shop, which is about 12 miles. And he wanted me to do that walk. I said, yeah, I can do that. And so I walked with him. And then when I got to the barber shop, people there with the telephone, and videos and things, I said, no, not really. He said, how'd you beat them home? Beat them here. I said, I'm a fast walker. What happened? I walked too far, and then my son picked me up. I cheated a little bit and come around the back way. And when they got there, I went down and meet them and come on up. I finally told them what happened. I tell you, it's fun, man. It's fun out there. And I go back every year walking with him. I went back last year, walk. And I got off the plane, they already had started. And I joined them, got off the plane, went got a haircut, and then went joined them, walked back to the barber shop. They think I'm quite a guy. They can't believe me. Oh man, they so happy when they see me coming. They tell my daughter-in-law, he's that good looking. Dad-in-law, y'all come back out. Said, we want to see him. I told her, I don't think so. She said, you got to come back out there. All your fans watching, looking for you. She said, they're all looking for you now. And so I go back every year. I got to go back out anywhere for them, a dentist. Go back out to check with him.
So you're a celebrity.
Huh?
You're a celebrity.
Yeah. Yeah, he got me on there. He had me in the shop there, and the lady come in. She was 80 or 90, and she was telling him, I guess I'm the oldest person you ever worked on. And I said, oh, wait a minute, I got somebody here you need to meet. Said, who is it? She was paying 103 years, 100. I was 101 then. And she come back and saw me and she couldn't believe it. And still working, he working 2 jobs and still driving. And she said, oh my God. She stopped with that. She said, I ain't gonna never tell nobody I'm doing this no more. And every time I go out, he have people come in and see me, and he give me a big discount because he takes pictures of me with my teeth before he fixed them. And then afterward, he used that, and then he give me a discount. So he works with me, and I works with him. Makes it good, yeah. Other than that, it would cost me an arm and a leg go way back out there. Yeah. But it don't cost that much for him. He's retired. And he come out and tell what to do and how to do it. And then he checks all the dental work after it's done.
It's who you know.
Huh?
It's who you know.
Yeah.
All right, I think we are done for the day.
Okay then. I'm glad to be here.
I thank you.
Thank y'all. Yeah.